You know, the scripture that you referred to there, just a few verses later, and I recently got to talk about this with my wife Judy, and she lost her mother to cancer years ago, and so Judy, I think she knows the answer to the question because she knows the scriptures. Yeah. As people grieve, they need to have these things reinforced.
Yes.
The hope of Christ needs to be reinforced in our lives every day. And the question she asks, well, heaven seems like it's a very big place. Mm-hmm. And will we know our loved ones? Will we see our loved ones? Where's that in the Bible? And, there's always the knee-jerk responses to that. Of course, it's heaven, all things will be revealed. But sometimes those answers are not satisfactory.
Yeah.
And in that little section of verses that you referred to in 1 Thessalonians chapter 4, Paul, just a few verses later, because he's talking to the Thessalonian church who is grieving the loss of loved ones that were a part of that church because of persecution once Paul left.
Yeah.
And so they're kind of like, well, what's up? When's the Lord coming back? And they're asking questions like this. Yeah. Are they at a disadvantage because they died before Christ came back?
Yeah.
Which was a huge point that Paul was making with them. And so he says they're not at a disadvantage. Matter of fact, the dead will rise first. Yeah. So what comes first is the resurrection. And then what I truly believe is being said there, the rapture will happen.
Yeah.
In the Greek, it says harpazo, catching away, and we will meet them in the clouds. It literally says, and we will be together with them in the clouds, and we will be with the Lord forever.
Yeah.
So he's saying that in context of what he's telling them.
Yeah.
Those who are not sorrowing as those with no hope, what they can be sure of is that their hope is this, that they will be together with them, with the Lord forever. Yes. And nothing is going to stop that.
Yeah.
I was so thrilled. Like I was reading this and I was studying it like at 2:00 in the morning. And I was like, I finally have a satisfactory answer for my wife, who I want her to have those things resolved in her heart, because it's part of the grieving process. Yes. And I feel like I haven't been able to, comfort her. And I was excited. I was like, I got it. It was like Eureka. And I wanted to go wake her up because it's 2:00 in the morning. And I was like, no, I can't be doing that to her, But then she wakes up. She wakes up on her own. And I'm just kind of lying there. And I just say, hey, are you like coherent? Yeah. Or are you just like sleepwalk? Yeah. And she goes, what's up? And I tell her, I said, I finally got a good answer and the perfect verse for that question you have. Yeah. And so I share it with her, everything I just told you. And she just smiles and she looks at me and she goes, what my mom used to always say? And I was like, what's that? She goes, I hope that we can all experience the rapture together. And I said, well, now look at what this verse says. We are. Yeah. We are. And even though I never got to meet Alice, I will be together with her forever. And we're going to be caught up, as it says in the cloud.
This is the Run and Tell podcast.